So, album's finally out now, and pretty much everywhere's kind of giving it like 8 or 9 out of 10, and like really high scores. Were you expecting that sort of response from it?
I hope so. Yeah, I mean, generally we're really proud of the record. Obviously, you never know; everyone's different. You know, music is that a subjective and interpretive art form. So I think generally it could be whatever. You know, some people might like it, some people won't like it. But yeah, we're really proud of it. So yeah.
And it's been long enough since Crowds came out. It's like about time.
Yeah, it has been ages. Yeah, ready for it to come out. So I'm glad it is.
And it was like 24 in the midweek charts or something like that, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's 24. It's actually clocked in at 34 on the actual charts now. So yeah,
we've officially been announced now.
Yeah, we've got a top 40 album. So we're #1 rock album as well. So it's awesome.
So were you expecting anything like that, or? Was
I mean, generally when we got the midweeks, and like obviously we knew we were going to be up there, but yeah, having a top 40 album and making metal music's amazing. So.
Yeah. And like obviously Runes is a lot heavier than Union of Crowns was, kind of more down the Portraits line.
Yeah.
Was that like a conscious decision you guys made when you started writing it, or did it kind of happen just naturally?
Yeah, I think it had a bit of both. You know, like we knew we wanted to make a metalcore album. We knew we didn't want to go lighter, or in that sense, we're not that kind of band. We've got a huge fan base of people that like abrasive and heavy music. But yeah, I mean, Dawson really helped as well. It kind of happened. He was writing the stuff that he likes to listen to, which coincidentally is exactly the same stuff that we like to listen to. So yeah, for the first time in our band, we've got 5 members that really are on the same wavelength.
Yeah, everyone kind of thinks the same things.
Yeah.
Make the same sort of music.
Yeah, definitely.
And like you guys have always said before, you like the kind of diverse style of the band being able to go like heavier and lighter.
Mm-hmm.
Was that a decision when you did the alternative tracks then on the end of the album, like the more sort of versions?
I think it's something that people come to expect in metalcore. I think there's been loads of bands that do that softer melodic side of things. But yeah, we knew we needed to do some extra tracks, and it seemed only right to give them a little bit of the softer side, which lets Jace, do his thing, and they came out great. And Watcher obviously is a bit more instrumental, which is something we haven't done before, and it sounded great.
Something else you can kind of add to, like, we've tried that sort of stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, for sure.
We saw you guys a couple weeks ago at Grozork Festival in Belgium. You played like the smallest stage, had an absolutely massive crowd.
Yeah, it was
well. Expecting that sort of thing from somewhere like Belgium?
I mean, we didn't really expect anything. We've never played the festival before, and we knew it was going to be a smaller stage, so it could have gone either way. And luckily it was an amazing festival. We had such a great time, and there was thousands of people watching us, so it was awesome.
Yeah, it's like I think the biggest that I'd seen for the whole weekend for that stage.
Yeah, it was wild. It was awesome. Really cool.
And then you've gone from playing like the smallest stage at that festival to like headlining one of the stages at Slam Dunk. Mm-hmm. Like, do you think that's the difference between like your UK fans and going out in Europe?
Yeah, I mean, it's weird. Like we've built up a fan base over the last 4 years in the UK, and I think we've got to a stage now where people are kind of taking notice when it comes to promoters and booking agents and whatnot, and they gave us a chance, and it was a huge privilege to be able to play that stage, let alone be able to be a British metal band above all those other bands, and yeah, it's great. We're doing great things in Europe, and that's slowly catching up, but UK is always going to be bigger for us.
Yeah, I bet it's like weird because the venues were like outside rather than being like a tight like dingy room.
Yeah, it was kind of weird, but it was cool. It was great. It was a really positive weekend, and we had a great fun. Tiring, but awesome.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, then you had that in the middle of tour as well.
Yeah, it was pretty tiring, but it was cool. It was cool.
Worth it. And it's like only just under 2 weeks to download now.
Yeah, like I think we're
main stage.
Yeah, we're third on the second day on main stage. Yeah, so it's going to be pretty crazy.
Yeah, like you've done some major stages before, like Reading, was it last year?
Mm-hmm.
Stuff like, does it feel better playing on main stage, or would you rather like play like higher up on like a tent or something like that?
I don't know. I think like I'm not going to lie. Like I want to play the biggest stages in the world. I think generally our kind of music and our band is really trying to seek that huge stage and that huge production element, and I think I come alive more on bigger stages. That's my kind of thing. Like Corey Taylor is my favourite frontman of all time, so I would be lying if I said I didn't want to get to a stage where we were playing huge crowds like that, and Download is a medium for that, and it's a platform for us to be able to showcase what we can do on bigger stages,
Yeah, because like last time I think you guys played the Pepsi Max stage.
Yeah, we were about 6 o'clock.
Yeah, and it was absolutely like rammed, so like, there's probably a lot of people that couldn't get in, whereas at least this time everyone everyone would be able to see you guys.
Yeah, no, it's-
regardless whether they're there for you guys or just
Yeah,
there for
well,
the
hopefully it should be pretty crazy. Being third on as well, it really helps. 2011, you know, we were really apparently, you know, going to break up and
Yeah.
whatnot, and the industry didn't really care about us at all, you know. And so it's kind of nice to come round in a circle, and you know, generally our fan base has stayed strong, which is, you know, the reason why we're still here. And but yeah, it's cool that the industry's involved now. You know, it's not the be all and end all. It really isn't. Like, you know, we still keep making music, but it's a really nice and positive thing that Kerrang are really behind us at the moment, and we're stoked on that. And Rock Sound and Metal Hammer as well. You know, it's all going really positive.
right direction.
Yeah, I can't complain.
It must be strange them calling you like newcomer when you've actually been around for like such a long time.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's more like a breakthrough kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know, we were their breakthrough artist on Download last year, so I think from that point, it's kind of, you know, we are a new band, you know, and you know, we're in such a niche music, we're in such a small demographic when it comes to the genres, you know, in the grand scheme of things, metal, not just metalcore, you know, and I think we're always going to have more people that don't know us than do know us, so technically we will always be a new band, you know, to these people, and especially with this album, you know, it's really broken us through a little bit more than our previous efforts.
Yeah, because a lot of people said like they maybe couldn't get into union crowds as much, and then heard Ruins, and they're like, oh, that's exactly how it, like they used to think you guys sounded, and
yeah,
kind
it's
of, like,
crazy.
changed from that.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And last thing, you used to do your Living La Vida Loca cover. Is it ever going to come back?
No,
Why?
because it's rubbish.
Oh.
No, no, it's a cool cover. But it was a bit of a laugh, you know, and I think a lot of bands can get hung up on you know, getting big off a song like that, you know, and that's not what we were ever about. We were just doing it because we were in the studio and we had a bit of spare time, and we decided to
Mess about a bit.
bass out a Ricky Martin cover. But yeah, as ridiculous
Never
as
going to
that.
do enough cover then?
I don't know. There's talks about stuff, but you know, you never know. You never know. But we don't really want to be a band that gets big off just, you know, the fact that we did a cover that people like.
People
But it's
remember
cool, you know.
your stuff
Maybe
rather
one
than
day, maybe when we play a really big venue, we'll just bust it out and shock everyone.
Old time's sake.
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome.